And people are joining. And let's see. Here we go. Okay, it looks like we are live. YouTube is on. We're
And mute
streaming.
us. Mute
Oh,
us.
we gotta mute everybody. Thanks, Dick. All right. Everybody is now muted, and we are good to start the show. All right. So first, let me share my screen. I want to say, go with this one. And here we go. All right. Hello, everyone. We are Nature's Frequencies. We meet once every week on Saturday mornings at 11 a.m. Eastern. And today's topic is going to be lasting energy starting with your feet. Before that, here's a brief introduction to Nature's Frequencies and a little bit about us.
Well, it's thinking.
Good health is not something we can buy, but something we can improve. For decades, people have searched the answers to many questions regarding our health and improving it. Do you want to have the ability to live life to the fullest? Are you interested in sleeping better at night and having more energy during the day in a natural, healthy way? What if there was a revolutionary technology that could change your life? A technology that slows the aging process of fruits, vegetables, and breads, and also assists the body in offsetting the harmful effects of electromagnetic fields and more? We introduce Nature's Frequencies, an award-winning company that manufactures innovative health and wellness products under 6 U.S. patents, with natural health and wellness solutions that assists with balancing and harmonizing the body. But how do we do this? We combine knowledge from the East with technology from the West. As far back as 6000 BC, the Chinese have believed that the body has an optimal energy flow. When this flow is disrupted, it manifests negatively by stimulating specific points on the body. The body is encouraged to correct itself. We fast forward to the 19th century, a period of exciting scientific progress in the West. During this time, Nikola Tesla was a genius before his time. This Serbian-American inventor, engineer, and physicist confirmed the existence of scalar waves. Scalar waves are composed of pure zero-point energy. This gives them the ability to store data in a substrate. But something must be able to hold the data. Enter Dennis Gabor, who in 1971 won the Nobel Prize for his invention and development of the holographic method. Holography can be used to store information inside crystals. And this knowledge is combined today to help you have better health and life. When applied to the body, the unique energy field signatures of Nature's Frequencies products correct and harmonize your body's frequency to optimize your body's energy flow. When the body's energy flow is restored and harmonized, the health of the body is naturally realigned. All of this has been developed by a family company with big plans for the future. Visit our website, www.naturesfrequencies.com, to take care of your precious health with Nature's Frequencies. Inspired by Tesla, patented by us.
All right, all right. We love that movie video real quick. And going forward, here we go. Awards and recognition. We have won 14 major industry awards, including the prestigious Gold Medal Edison Award. We have 6 USA patents filed, and those are issued patents. Those are not registered or pending. Those are stamped, and they are issued. We've been on Fox Business News with Stuart Varney. That was me and Stuart went back and forth on TV live. That was great. I showed him the Edison Award. It was a pretty fun time on TV. We've been on USA Today, publications around the globe, NPR, you name it, we've been there. So next we'll go to, we are celebrating over 10 years of manufacturing international award-winning products. We're now almost at 11 years come August. And from here, we're going to go to today's topic is energy and you. Woo. Now, how to start? Where to start? Lasting energy from the feet up starts with the feet. And on that note, we're going to introduce one of our favorite people, Rachelle. Now, Rachelle is a retired educational specialist, a counselor, and a licensed massage therapist for 27 years. She's dedicated to enhancing the quality of life through integrative healing modalities and promoting self-care. In this session, we will see Rachelle, and she will provide in-depth information on foot reflexology and the crucial role our feet play in our health. So everybody be prepared with bare feet. Bring a chair, bring a pillow, have your feet ready. And on that note, we are going to introduce Rachelle. Are we here, Rachelle? Can we unmute you? Let's ask to unmute. Oh, my video was off. Whoops. Okay, let's unmute you, Rachelle.
There we go.
Hey, there we go.
There you go. Hi, everybody. Okay, can I see people?
Yep, can you see on the top?
Yeah, but it doesn't
Maybe if you hit that view button,
hit the view button.
you can
Okay.
hit, if you hit
View.
view, yep, and
I
then
do gallery?
Yep,
Oh, there we go. Oh.
perfect.
Hi, Nate. How you doing? Is he on?
I
Yep,
was muted out. Yeah, it took a little while. There was an issue getting connected with Zoom. So good to hear you. Yeah.
All
Good.
right,
Oh,
Driving,
welcome.
so I'm driving, so I'm going to mute out.
right
Oh,
on.
okay.
All right, so Rachelle, where would we like to start? We're starting
Well,
with
I
the
want to
feet
first
today.
of all, thank you so much for joining me here today. I'm really excited about doing this, and I enjoy being with you every week. I think I've only
Woo.
met about 3 presentations since I started being with Nature's Frequencies. So I feel like a lot of you are family without even knowing you. So it's really nice. So thank you for coming. So if you can show me, we'll get started. Since we're talking about energy, I'd like to see the hands of you who know something about energy.
Woo.
Okay. All right. So other people aren't showing who they are. So that's okay. What I'd like you to do is I want you to experience what energy is. So the first thing you're going to do, not only do your feet have energy, but so do your hands. Your hands have a lot. So what I'd like you to do is put your hands together and you're going to rub them real fast. And then as you stop now, you're going to keep your fingers open. They're not to touch. And you're just going to pretend there's a little ball between each palm, but just one little ball. And you're just going to go sort of wave it a little bit back. Bev, you're going too far and too fast. Go slowly so that it's just get closer in to have your palm face the palm. They face each other. Hello, hello. But you're going to face them. And you're just going to move it a little bit slower. Hi, Eric. How you doing? Welcome. Hope things are good in Singapore.
Yep, fantastic.
Super. And you're just going to wave it a little bit. All right, I want you to stop for a second. Are you feeling anything? Eric, did you just get on?
Yep. No,
Okay.
I've been on already.
Rub up your hands real fast.
Yeah,
And then,
yeah, I did that.
okay, and then move it apart. And then start weaving it further apart, but facing each other. Fingers aren't attached. They're sort of curved because you want that energy. You want to hold that ball of energy that you've got here. And then just sort of pause and become aware of what you're feeling in your hands. Any sensation at all. Who wants to jump in?
Yep, I definitely have it. I've done this for a long time. It
Okay.
definitely has energy.
And what are you feeling right now? Where do you feel it?
It's like tingling in
Where?
the fingertips.
Fingertips.
In the
okay.
fingertips.
Good. Does anybody feel pulsation in the center of the palm, which is around where the heart is?
I feel it in the palms.
You feel the palm?
Yep,
that's
the
good.
center of the palm.
Okay, if everybody is feeling something, I want you to connect your fingertips together. And I just want you to breathe comfortably. I'm going to teach you how to do the belly breath. If you don't know how to do it, I will teach you how to do it. So you're just going to gently press. And Eric, curve your fingers more around like in the front. Curve it down. There you go. And you curve it into the tips. And you don't press on it. You're just connecting. It's like your little electric gear there. And then you're going to get a real neat buzz. Elizabeth, you don't separate your hands. You just meet your fingertips. There you go. There you go. And just connect and stay there until you start feeling it. What you should feel at some point is a pulse of your fingertips to the other fingers. It's like it gets real electric. Who's getting it?
Yeah, I'm not feeling much at the moment.
We're all
Let's just
excited.
try.
It's like a bouncing feeling.
A bouncing
Ooh, there we
feeling?
go.
Cool. There, that's cool. Okay, so that's the first part of the energy, that your hands are there, that you feel it. And if you had a partner near you, you could take your hand and after you rub it, you meet it with the other person facing this way so that you get the energy from the other person that you're next to, which is really awesome. So when you are at a party or you're in a room and somebody comes up to you, you might, some of you, if they get real close to you, you might slide people back up because they're really uncomfortable with that. So what happens with that is that we have an energy center. And I'm sure you know about the chakras. Everybody know about chakras?
We love chakras.
These are chakras. Can you
I know where they are.
Is that bigger? Or is that,
Yep.
is that it?
Yep.
Yep,
Okay.
we see it.
So, before I do that, I hope I didn't lose my stuff. Okay. Well, reflexology started about 2,330 years BC in Egypt. Started in Egypt with, and there was a doctor. He didn't call himself a doctor. He was like just a healer, and he was very famous and very well known. And they went into his name is Ankmoor, Ankmohor, Ankmoor, and he's not. It's really hard to find him. But they went into his tomb and they found pictures made in papyrus, with the papyrus, of all kinds of different places in the body. And he was the first one to talk about zone therapy. And I think I screwed up my pictures here.
That's okay.
No, it isn't. That's a good picture. Hang on. Okay, here we are. This is zone therapy. Can we open up the, can you get it a little bit bigger?
So if you go back to your speaker view,
Go
or
back
your
a bit.
view,
Yeah.
hit view and then speaker versus gallery. So I moved my view back to speaker and it's your pins there.
Okay, can everybody see this?
Yeah, everyone can see perfectly. Yep.
Okay, so with the zone therapy, now this came from the Egyptian drawing. And then, so he shows that the toes, starting from the toes, is numbered 1 to 5. Your fingers, 1 to 5, both of them. They're all the same. Your hands and feet are the same. And they all correlate with your organs going straight up. And then to cover whatever organs are in the body, it just goes up. You also notice that there's sections here between the body. You have your upper body from your shoulders up through your head. Then you've got your chest cavity, your whole chest cavity is the second part. And then the rest is from your belly button down, all the way down to your feet. So any questions so far on that?
No. Okay.
Okay, so that's one part. Now here's another part. On the feet. So this is breaking it down a little bit more. You have your feet and your hands are correlated the same. They are the same. And then you have parts of your body that you use to affect the other side. So if you have shoulder pain, you go to your hip, and it's usually to the opposite side. Our bodies, everything is opposite. We cross everything. So, and so even when we do any pounding to stimulate the thymus gland, which gets little after about age 35, it gets real small. So it's real good to pound it like Tarzan. Oh, and you feel really great. Feels great to do it. And to keep that going so that the thymus really helps. They're for our T cells that they're like Pac-Man. They find something in the body that shouldn't be in there. They go, blah, 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 and then they take it away. But with people under the influence of medicine and other things that blah, 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 it doesn't work too well anymore. So, this is how the body works. So in the early 1900s, William Fitzgerald came around, and and he was American, but he was living in Europe, and he wanted to again, the original zone therapy was in 2330 BC. That's before Christ time, so you know that's about 500. 5 and 3. That's up there. 2. That's like 7,000 years when you put it all together. But so they were working on both Egypt, and then China was working with reflexology also. So it was different. Egypt was the first, and then in China, they invented, between China and India and Japan, they got into the meridian system, that are the tracks that are inside our body. So I'm going to back it up a little bit. With the chakras, we get the energy from, here's our crown chakra here on our head. We get energy from the sky, whether it's the cosmos, the planets, the universe, it all comes down into our head. And then when we have our feet are supposed to be where?
On the ground.
On the ground. But you're going to love this. Here's a photo of people who are grounded. They have their feet on the earth, and the energy goes up from underneath the feet into their body all the way up. And it goes into all the different energy centers of the body from the chakras. But when the chakras are full, then they get filled up with energy both from the top and the bottom, and they meet at the heart. This is an effect of what we look like from not being able to walk. We're sitting on our butts every day on computers. We're not walking. We're not exercising. So we also have the rays from the radiation and all the pollution that is in the air all around us on the outside of us, taking away from our energy. And so what happens is that we're not grounded at all. So everything is getting out of whack, where our emotions are going crazy. We get upset quickly. We're not sleeping. We wake up middle of the night. Maybe it's longer to fall asleep. So things are happening to us because of the radiation. But with the energy that comes up from the earth, it fills up in our body, and then we have this thing, outer part that is extended from our arms, and our arms going straight up all the way around us, totally around us. They call it an aura, that we have an aura. But actually that aura is the energy that is coming up from both places, and then it just fills up and then it radiates out. So our energy, they gave it a name for auras. Some people see them. When I'm working in massage work, I feel them. I know exactly where people are in their energy after I'm done working on them. So in the beginning, they come in, they're all stressed out, their body's hurt, they're low energy, their energy is really low. So I start out with Reiki. So how many of you know what Reiki is? So
yeah, I've heard about it and done it a little bit.
So I'll go back to energy. There are words that express energy. In Chinese, Qi, Qi, the spelling of Qi is Chinese. If you see Ki, that's Japanese, and it's pronounced Ki. And then if you go to India, it's called prana. So in India, where they do yoga, they talk about the prana all the time. Well, it's the same as energy. Everything's energy, energy, energy. They're all the same words. So with Reiki, Reiki is spelled Reiki. REI means universal. That means that the energy is coming from all around us, from the heavens, from the earth. Everything is all there. That's what Ray means. Key after it means energy. So it's universal energy that's coming in. And Usui, so I'm also certified or licensed, trained in Reiki, but there's actually 7 to 11 levels, like a belt you get for going to all the training for Reiki, which is amazing. But I can take care of people being far, far away. Somebody can have a headache or somebody's, really out of sorts. And I can just, I scan, if I see a face, I can scan them. So I know exactly what I see, and I scan and I can find out exactly where things are in the body. And then I send it to them. And then within like maybe less than 10 minutes, I get a result from them. They say, Mom, my headache's gone. I feel really great. And they're in Brazil, and they're in France, and they're in Israel. They're all over the place. So it's very powerful work. And I just don't do anything except with the intent of sending it. Just like you met your fingers, that's for you. But with other people, I just put it out here and I send it. I just send it directly to that person, and people get it. Just goes. It's quantum. I think it's like nano quantum. It's the smallest of energy. It just goes, and it just. And I sometimes I make sound effects when I'm working on people on their feet, because while I'm on their feet, they're like starting to scream, like, "What are you doing?" Like I feel that moving in my back, and their back was bothering them. So the area that I'm on in their feet, they were getting the response right away from the feet. So, any questions so far? Any questions from anybody? Anybody want to wave or talk? Otherwise, we'll move on. So there's 3
Yeah,
kinds.
I do. I have a question.
Okay.
So you can do Reiki remotely. The person doesn't have to be in your presence.
That's right. And they're not on a computer either. They're in my head. So when
Wow,
somebody gives me
that's unique.
they give me their first and last name, because there's a lot of, not that there's a lot of Rochelles out there, but there are. But I to have your first and last name, the energy knows who that is. And
yeah, I understand a little bit of that because I have a Healy, and the Healy has it's a medical device that you can kind of you can, when you mention the aura, you take an aura of a person and you can actually work on a person remotely. But I've had Reiki done to me, but not remotely. So that's very interesting.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's out there in the universe. So energy
Yes,
knows we're all
you're
energy.
giving us a clinic. I'm learning. This is
Yeah.
great.
Ooh,
So anyway, there's actually they say there's mainly 3 reflexologies. The first one are your hands. This is the first one. Your hands are very similar to the feet, and they have different places that, like your heart's right down here. And I'm going to give you an exercise of what to do with the upper part of your body. So that's the hands. The second one are the feet. And that's the second reflexology place. And the third one is your ear. And your ear has between 100 and 150 acupressure points in your ear alone. And I'm still trying to find out how much is in the whole body, and even in the feet. In the feet, they're saying they're over 100 points, but I think there's even more than that. But with the ears are your best friends. So when you're sitting at the computer and leaning over, you grab your ears and you lift up this part here, and you just take your fingers and you just press your thumb against your other fingers, and you pull your ear away from your head. You just do a little gentle stretch, nothing heavy duty. And then you tuck it you'll feel the bones in the back of your ear, right where the ridge is. Put your fingers together there, and then just slightly stretch it out. Grab it, stretch it out. How many are feeling really good right now? Eric, I don't see you doing this.
No, I was just writing it down. I'm writing it down at the same time.
Oh, I want you to experience it. Just experience it, because if we can get this, I can get it out in writing. But you can
Okay.
look for and then you just stretch. The side part here is your spinal column. in your brains, like right down in your earlobe area, and you pull and stretch that. Just pull and stretch. And what's really strange that, you know, we pierce our bodies. We get piercing for earrings and everything else. Where do we put it? We put it where our brain is. So then we wonder
Yeah.
why we lose our mind. You know, it's gone. It's like, you know, it's that point's gone. So, you know, it's been invaded, you know, you invaded it. So, you know, between doing tattoos, putting them on really strategic parts of the body, you're blocking the energy that naturally goes into you. So with the young people, you know, I see they come in, they're totally an amazing picture, but I see that there's blockage all over the place. Okay, so the fourth one is your tongue. And your tongue, I'm going to get your tongue. So you got all kinds of points right here, all
Is-
on the tongue. And when you take it and you pinch it, like on the end, you pinch it, right at the end, and just hold it as you pinch it. So if you ever go to the desert, or if you're in Florida where you just are really thirsty and it's really hot out and there's no place to eat, now I'm flowing saliva. So when you press those down from the bottom and the top of the tongue, you'll get a flow of saliva in your mouth. It's like Flood City. It just fills up. So that's the best way to get fluid in you. You know, and you don't have to move it. You just hold it in one space. Just pinch it.
Is that good at nighttime when you've got a dry throat and you
Yes.
feel I've got to take some water to
Yeah.
make my tongue moisture?
And it's right there. In fact, I
Yeah.
have it sometime where my tongue falls asleep at night and it feels
Yeah.
like this dead lump in my mouth. I'm like, what is this? And it's
Yeah.
totally dry. It feels like something, I was invaded by this hunk of something. And I just grab it because it woke me up. It was like, what's this thing in my mouth? And then it gets lubricated. It's totally lubricated and I go back to sleep. Everything's fine.
Wow, that's good.
So-
That's interesting.
So that's with the hand and the feet. And now we're going to get to the real thing. Oh,
Incidentally, I wanted to say when you're doing the ears, I've got earphones on, little tiny ones, to hear you more clearly. Does that
Okay, good.
interfere at all?
No, as long as you're
No.
still pulling on. Now, how many of you have hot ears? How many of you feel hot? Feel heat
Hot.
from your ears?
Well,
Feel
I'm
warmer?
in Singapore, so I'm hot.
Because just doing this, my ears are real hot right now. They're really,
Yeah.
I feel the heat,
Okay.
but it also makes you feel warm inside. So it's really nice. So that's
Yeah.
one thing. I want to share this painting I did of the chakra system to let you know that trees also have energy.
Oh,
And
Oh yeah.
they get
Yeah.
the energy from the sun and from the sky, and it goes down into the root system. And this
How many chakras are there?
there's actually a lot, but they give you 7 or 8 or 9. So the feet are the first one. They always talk about the first chakra being between your legs in the perineum area, but actually from the picture of the hang on of the zone therapy is that in the picture that I had of it, it went straight to the first chakra. So that tells me that when we are walking on the earth, we are getting energized right to the first chakra, period. And so it doesn't start where you sit, it starts where you walk. So you're getting the energy. So it's really important to take those shoes off, find yourself some nice meadows that have flat surface so you don't trip on anything, and just walk in the grass. And do it for at least 20 minutes or longer, just to feel the difference of the energy in your body. It is amazing. I had got a foot injury last week, 2 weeks. It's about going on 2 weeks now. I injured both my little toes, my little pinky toes, and I couldn't wear a shoe. It was so it was excruciating. So I went to the park, and it rained the night before, so the water was still in the undertow of the grass. So it was so soothing. I felt like I put it in a container of ice cubes, and I just walked on the grass, and I just got energized, and the pain in my foot went bye-bye. and it was amazing, just amazing.
My
So,
my concern with that is that, and I understand what you're saying, but everybody in my neighborhood, they putting chemicals in
oh,
the grass
right,
to fertilize it and stuff like
good
that.
point.
So
And I have to worry about deer because there's a lot of ticks on deer. So my backyard, I'm concerned about. I can't do it anymore. I'm afraid to do it because my deer come in and they hang out in my Zen garden. It's their own private little place. They go and they all hang out. So I don't know where those ticks are hanging out, and I don't want Lyme's disease. So
I mean,
I don't.
everybody
Yeah,
don't clean up behind their dogs when their
right,
dogs
that too.
they're
But
walking too.
yeah,
So
so
I get what you're saying, but
when you go to a place where
I try to use natural fertilizer on my yard, but then the neighbors don't.
right. And it comes and then you get the pollution from what's coming up from the sky. Even
And
when
then
it's
you
raining,
get bombarded by EMF as well.
yeah,
So
it's
so
just
that's why you
everything's
always
going
have
down.
an earthing card on your body and insoles on the feet.
Yeah. So I'm gonna bring out
The
a foot.
foot. The foot.
Okay, this is a foot. And
Is
so
this your foot?
what?
Is this
I have
your
a
foot?
foot mouth. Foot mouth. Anyway,
You're gonna get arrested.
I know, but that's okay. All right, so you see that there's three separations. So the first part are for your toes, and the tips of your toes is your brain. And the first toe, the big toe, has has your uh your thyroid, your pituitary, and I'm thinking of something else. My brain's going. But this part here on the very tip is the brain, and all you have to do is with your finger, you just press in with the pads of your pad of your finger to the pad of the toe. And you press in, and you can use peppermint oil if you want. So that opens up your brain so it starts getting more alert because everything, this is skin. This is your largest organ in your body. And it will take in whatever you give it. So the toe is the main thing for the brain. And if I turn it this way, the toe area represents your face. The lining on the bottom of that part where the cuticle is where your teeth are. So if you have a toothache, you can just press on that edge. This part here going down the side of your toe on both sides is your neck. It's your cervicals. So this is my head. This is my head. This is my face. And then the sides are the cervicals. Then it goes down from the cervicals. It stops right there. Then it goes down your whole spinal column. It goes down all the way to the side from the cervicals to the thoracic area, the lumbar area, and the sacral area. And then the anus is right at the end here. So that's where it goes. So the heel carries all your intestines except for the stomach. The stomach's up here, but everything, and this is your transverse colon, and this is the left foot, so that's where it's going to go. The transverse colon goes here, and in mapping with my finger, it doesn't just go down, it comes down this way. So it goes straight across and then down. But when you walk, you're giving a lot of exercise to your intestines so that after you hike or something, you should be able to go to the bathroom and have a nice flow so that you've stimulated that. So this is real helpful, and it's real thick, so it really protects you. Middle part has, I would say the kidney is located by right about in here between, this is the diaphragm, and you can see there's like a circular part here of the foot. Whoever made this foot did a good job because you can really see some natural stuff here. This is a hard piece of silicone. It's amazing. So I'm going to show you this sexy foot. This is a woman's foot. You can tell that this person wore heels because
Because of the arch?
it's because of the arch. And because the way the toes look, it's lifting up. So they've been in tight shoes. So we get problematic feet if we wear these high heels. Now, when I see these young people wearing heels, they're wearing 5-6 inch heels. They're going to be my customers real soon. So, because they're really destroying themselves. Okay, so the toes, you work down it around on each one, but when you're looking at this is the pinky. You put your little pinky finger goes between that pinky and you press right into here, into this area here, but very gently. If you have babies or if you have grandchildren that are babies, and they get the earaches. So earaches are real common in kids, especially young ones. And all you do is put your finger between, the little one goes here. I guess I have the wrong foot here. I got to do it the other way, this way and this way. So I'm putting it in this way and I'm pressing straight down. And usually what happens when you're doing that, the pain goes away like real quick. I had a 11th grader. I was in Washington, D.C., and we were going to go to Capitol Hill and visit the senators and the representatives and everybody else. And she was told by the nurse that she couldn't go because she had an earache. She got an earache. So she called me at 11 o'clock at night crying. She's like, I can't go to mall. I can't go. I got an earache. I said, I'll be right there. So I worked her feet. And when I got to the foot, I just worked that area. These two right here is for the ears. These two up here are for your eyes. So we're taken care of right there. That's it for the foot on the top. Any questions so far? We're okay?
I think we're good.
Okay.
Good.
So
Very good.
So I'm going to take off. So I have these set up so that you see that there's 3 sections of a foot. So I'm going to take off the limitations here and get it really functional. So how many of you get backaches? Anybody get lower backaches?
I do.
Okay. How you doing, by the way?
I
better?
can walk. I can
Okay.
walk.
So you have here your little toe. And when you come down, you have your ligaments, they start out like this and they come down to a V. So you want to trace your finger down to where you feel on your foot. You'll feel it. You'll feel it. And I hope you have you're working on your feet there because I want you to experience this. When you have this here, you go to the point and you press there. And then you do it for this side here is the liver. It's called L3 from the meridians. And you go right here and you notice they're parallel between the stomach area and the liver. And you just press it towards the bones. And if you press on it, you don't want to gouge it. You just want to press on it so that you feel it. Anybody with me on that?
I'm with you.
Okay. And if you feel it, you're there. Now you can use your fingers to do it. If you have it across your knee, you can just bring your leg and let it fold over your knee so that you can reach it. Or you can do something that's a lot easier. You can take your heel and you go rub it back and forth to the same area. Just rub it with your heel, and then you go to the pinky part here. You go to that part where it was, and you put your heel here, and you just rub, and you'll feel it because it's very sore. So that addresses your lower back. So from your waist down all the way through your sacrum area down, it really loosens things up. So that's pretty good to know. The next one. Now I'm going to switch from the feet to the hands. So on your hands, I should back it up. On your leg, on the side of your pinky, and it doesn't matter where it is, you go up your leg and you go, I'm going to have to stand here. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do this. Anyway, I don't know if I can do this. It's going on it's right below your knee,
Mm-hmm.
and it's on your side of your. Is there any way that you can bring that down with the camera, or you can't do that? Or I have to do that.
Yeah, I don't have the power to move
Oh,
the camera.
if I moved it, would that change anything?
It would kinda.
All right, so I can't do it. All
So
right.
maybe, yeah, just explain
what you
explain where
do
you're touching. Yeah.
Is that, yeah, it's below the knee, and it's on your
the outside.
on the outside. And what you do is you bring your foot towards you, and your muscle will pop out on the side.
I feel exactly what you're talking about.
Okay, and that's
Yep.
stomach 36. that takes care of you from the waist down. You have any pain, it takes care of it. So, but the thing is, the stomach, maybe you could do it this way.
Oh.
I guess I'll have to buy a leg.
Yeah, I think you got a
I'm
foot,
just
now you
gonna be
need a
in
leg.
business here. So, you press it, when you press your foot, you bring your foot back towards you, and then that muscle, I'll just do it sort of like this way.
Yeah.
When you lift it, the muscle pops out, like right,
Yes.
like this is your knee, you go on the side here, pretend this is your leg. And so when you bring it up, in fact, it's doing on the elbow too. It's doing it. Yeah, there you go. You got
There
it.
it is.
The outside.
Yeah.
And you press in. Now with that, the same thing. You press it in, and with any of the acupressure points, and the feet have a lot of acupressure points. They either start here or they end here. So like we know that kidney 1 and 3 is right here. It's around this area in here. And depending, everybody's foot, everybody's body is different. Some people might have
Yeah.
it further over, but when I press on it, I get the results. I saw a chiropractor for my toe and he went into the kidney area and I almost went off the table. It was so painful. And he said, I've got problems with water. So I'll drink to that.
Yeah. We need the camera to come further back because I can only see your face. I can't see what you're doing to the feet half the time. Your feet are disappeared.
Well,
So you
I've
need
got
the
the foot
camera
right
That's
further.
why,
here.
yep, that's why
Yeah.
she's got the
That's
model.
why
No,
I've
but
got-
when you lift the foot in front of your face, I can see it. But when you're not got the
I
foot
know,
in front of your
that's
face,
why.
I can't see a thing.
Right.
All I can see is
Well,
your face.
Okay. Well,
So we
Here.
better next time. I mean, I love what you're doing, but we need to be able to focus a bit further back so we see more of
okay.
you.
Further back.
Okay.
There we go.
How's that? Okay.
Perfect.
Yep.
So
Okay.
when you're working
Okay.
this side of the foot,
Yep.
you're taking care of the person's back. So I get a lot of people with sciatica, and usually with sciatica, it goes up here from
Oh yeah.
the ankle.
have it.
It goes right here on the side, and it goes on both sides. So
Yeah.
it's right where the ankles are. So you have
Well, I got sciatica in my right leg.
Yeah, and that's that hurts. But you have to take care of with sciatica, you do it with stretches in your piriformis, because if you're sitting a lot, that muscle that's in your tush is going against the sciatic nerve, and it goes from your butt all the way down to your ankle, to the point
That's
where
right.
you get to the point
Yeah.
you can't walk. It just hurts. So there's exercises to do where you can stretch it out, and that helps a lot.
But
then you-
continue on. And then Eric, at the end of the live stream, let's go on to a Q&A, and we can talk about specifics like, sciatica and what we can do for how to help it,
Yep.
like that.
maybe
Okay.
and maybe not. So I'm going to show this real quick for where the prostate is. The prostate is located right here in the heel, and for the female, for where fallopian tubes are, it's right here, and the lymph is here. So if this gets swollen, you don't just grab it and press on it. You just do light tapping, because this is the lymphatic system where it comes to, and then it shoots it back up through the heart, and then it circulates so that it comes back out. You urinate it, and you get it out of your body. But if you have swollen, usually sometimes people swell on one leg rather than both of them. So there's something going on, and you just have to either drink more water to be able to flush it out. So okay, so that's with the feet, and we did the chakras. Did we do the chakras? No, we didn't do chakras. Go ahead.
We all right. Well, do you want to go into, well, we have the last couple minutes for a Q&A, but is there anything else you want to
I forgot to
extrapolate
talk
on?
about this. I'm sorry.
Yes.
The first part in the front, this is your whole chest cavity. So everything that's in your chest, your heart, your lungs, your breasts, your thymus, everything is right here. And it's the same here in the back. But what happens in the back is that a lot of your emotional stuff is in here. So and when I end, if people are stressed, I really work. Can you see this okay, Eric? You
Yes.
can really work this area. And you do this at home on yourself. You just take it and bring it down, massage it, whatever you want. And it really helps with the stress that you have. Because a lot of our pain that we have is because we have a blockage of energy. It's not there. It's like if you have a hose, you've got the water flowing through your hose, and all of a sudden you take it and you bend it, your water flow stops. And our body's the same way. That if we have certain parts with the meridians and the acupuncture points, and they're usually about an inch away from each other. So if you're on one area, you can go from one area, you go to another area, and you can just move down and you get there. And then if they're same with the side of your leg, from sciatica, you might have it in your IT band. You start at your knee area, and you work down from the knee about towards your hip, and you go by the side just about every inch, and just palpate it by pressing in. Just press in. Does it hurt? Does it hurt? So on your hand, you've got your gun here. Okay, so you've got your index finger, but the index finger bone continues all the way down to here. So I'm down here and down here. This is still part of the index, but I'm going to go halfway, which is about right here. So I'm going to press this area, and it's sort of tricky to get to it, but it sort of wraps around the thumb, and it goes in here in this crease. And you have to find it with your finger, press on it, curl up your hand a little bit so you can find it. And it hurts when you press. Oh, there he goes. I got it. When you press on it, it hurts. This is good for migraine headaches, helps with menstrual cramps, helps with anything from the pain that's going on from the waist up. So this is and this is stomach, this is large intestine 4, if you had to look at it to find it in for the acupressure point of where that is. So that takes care of you. And you have other things to help you with sleep. It's between these two fingers. Also, the biggest place for your energy flow is actually your middle finger. And people get upset when they get this. But if we have different countries, we got different things, because this doesn't exist worldwide. So when you go to Italy, they do this. They do this. So they're getting elbow exercises. So they'll have good knees because they're going right there. So anyway, you've got, so this figure here also covers, it's for the pericardium. And you know that you've been using the nitro patch. So you take it from 3 fingers below your wrist, and you place it right here between these 2 places here where you've got 2 different groove. It's groovy right in there. You put, that's your pericardium. And in the back is the triple warmer. These guys are pals. So the triple warmer, anybody know about the triple warmer?
Oh, no, but I think we're about to.
Okay, triple warmer has 3 different levels. It goes from the upper part, the middle part of your chest, and the lower part by your stomach. Yeah, the triple warmer is responsible for keeping you in either flight or fight mode. So when you get stressed or get scared, you either want to run away from somebody or you want to duke them out. That's what the triple warmer does. So in the back of your ear, where your earlobe is, right on the side, if you rest this finger against it, that's your triple warmer. And it's also on the side of your eye. It ends here, but behind the ear. So if you want to really relax when you're stressed, is just put your finger here, let it just sort of rest in your, just rest like that.
Oh, we like that.
And you do it on both sides. And you're taking care of your triple warmer and your vagus nerve. And the vagus nerve is a half inch below it, which is major. So the vagus nerve knows that from the triple warmer, knows you're stressed. But if you're really stressed, the vagus nerve will freeze you to the point you can't move your feet. And your feet knows when there's something going on. They're sensory. It's a sensory organ of the feet. And so when I was living in Israel, I was teaching in Israel, and I happened to be in Jerusalem where there was a bomb scare at the bus station. And the soldier came up to me yelling, patzitza, patzitza. And I was with my brother at the time. And my brother's asking me, what's he saying? What's he saying? I said, oh, he's saying there's a bomb. He said, a bomb? Well, what are you standing here? Let's get out of here. And I couldn't move. I could not move my feet. And the soldier came back to me, says, you have to leave. You see those people over there? You got to be out of there. You got to get going. And I couldn't move. So I had a big backpack on. So my brother grabs it and he's just dragging me until finally my feet started walking. Took a while for the Vegas to free me up, but I realized when I get scared, I freeze. There's no thinking about it. It just stops me in my tracks, literally. So there you go. And the vagus nerve goes from your head. It starts in the back where your cell, what do you call it? Your brain stem, your stem. Help me out. The stem. In the back of your head, right here where the brain stem is.
Yes, it's
So that's where the vagus starts, goes over your head, wraps around, comes around, goes around your neck, goes to your chest, comes all the way down, goes all the way down to the pubic area, makes its round, keeps coming up and around. So the vagus nerve is constantly in control of everything in our body in the front. It's constant motion, constantly is moving. So this should be a new dance, the Vegas.
the Vegas dance.
So the Vegas is very important. And, and learning, I was like in medical school with massage therapy. There was like just a sentence about the vagus nerve. And people need to know that because it locks up your guts. So not only do you have leaky gut, you have so much stress that your stomach doesn't work. Some of you might drink water with ice cubes. You can't drink ice cubes when you're eating because it stops with the enzymes that are in your intestinal tract to break down your food, for the liver to decide what goes, what nutrition do we keep, what do we get rid of. All these organs are working when you eat. And if you put ice cubes in it, you're just sending your stuff out of your body without digesting it because the body's not going to break it down. It just stops. It freezes it. It just stops. So that's real important. I go to a restaurant and say, please no ice. And they still pour it, holding back the ice cubes. I go, no, that's still cold water. I can't have cold water. So that's something that people need to know. They don't tell you about that. So, okay. So I think and I think I covered it. Most of your organs are in the middle part of of the arch, and then the heel again are the guts, and everything from the front here is your chest. That pretty much covers it. So there I go.
That was a great session of information. Let's see. Is there anything else you want to add, Rachelle, before we take the live stream off and go into a Q&A?
Oh, one thing. Wait.
Oh.
Okay, I forgot. I shouldn't have forgotten this.
Oh, the insoles.
This is the insole. So this is the left foot. This is the left insole. So I'm going to put it right on there so you can see exactly what you're doing to your feet. So this part here is going where? What's this taking care of? Anybody? Can you
The
see?
anus?
What? No, this is your intestines.
Your intestines,
this is your large
okay.
intestine, your colon, your large colon, the small intestine. Everything's here. Stomach's up higher. Okay, so you're going straight up to where all these things are, of the points that we had. So we have the middle part around here is the diaphragm. So you might have the heart and the kidney in this area. The adrenal glands are here. So what do we have if we have adrenal glands? What's that causing? What's it causing? Stress. So that's really important. So whatever components that are made in these stickers, because this is what's inside of they put the padding over it, but all the energy that is coming from each one that is placed inside the insole is taking care of you. So when I hurt my toe, I put this in my shoe in walking, and the pain, this was a new one because I didn't have pain before, but this time I had a lot of pain, and I put the insole in my sandal, and I felt like I was floating, and I just had this light feeling, and my whole foot just sank into it to feel like I was on a pillow of love, because it just took care of my foot, I had no pain. No pain. So yay! This works a lot.
Yes, I use double-sided carpet tape and I stuck my insoles onto my slides, so they're permanently there.
Yeah,
But you can see.
yeah. And Velcro works really well on both sides.
Yes.
So it
Yep.
just clicks it. That's it.
So that is good, good, good.
Good.
All right. Is there anything else we'd like to add, or is it time now almost for the fun stuff?
Yep. Any Q&As? Anybody want to ask questions that maybe I haven't
Okay,
answered for?
so first, real quick here, we're gonna go back to the slides real quick, and then we're gonna end the live stream, and then we're gonna hop on for the Q&A. So on that note, we're gonna go quickly to the insoles. Can you see what I see right here? Treat your feet.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So these are the insoles that Rachelle was speaking of. As noted, I put them just on my slides. I use double-sided carpet tape. Velcro works great. They're, as you can see, like they're not structural, but you can see there's specific patches placed on meridians of your
Yep.
feet. And that's we have a proprietary placement, and this is kind of an ish placement, close, but
Yeah. It's close.
there's yeah, so every shoe size is different. They're all handmade in USA. And they are manufactured under 2 US patents that are issued, not
Oh,
patents that are pending. A lot of people like to advertise patent or patent pending, and we're not one of them. We're patent issued. And so from here, and then we always got to stay grounded. So keep an earthing card on you at all times. Keep it in your wallet, keep it in your pockets. We manufacture them under 4 US patents. I don't believe anybody else in the world can say that. And we've been doing this for a long time. And then on top of that, we love our energy and vitality cards. You put them behind your back when you're driving. We have a lot of people that, you sleep with them under your sheets, and you put them behind your pillow. You put them on your seat, on your computer chair, on the back,
Yep.
and it helps with
Okay.
blood flow everywhere. Hey, there we go. Beautiful.
it's great.
And
It's hot.
I mentioned we've been doing this a long time, a little over a decade, and these are just some results on our insoles from practitioners around the world. And for instance, this is a back pain before insoles was a 2.83, after is a 1.33, and this is a scale of 0 to 5, so it's a 53% decrease, and that's on results compiled from practitioners all around. This is kind of like the average. And we're not saying that we can relieve back pain. We're not saying that we can cure, fix, or anything. We're saying these are what people tell us. And we have been told that foot pain and plantar fasciitis, before the insoles, average level of pain was a 2.75. After was a 0.83. So 70%
That's
decrease.
amazing.
And then, lower body, knees, and hip pain before the insoles, the average is about a 2. After a 1.16, and that's 42% decrease. Joint aches and spasm before a 2.16, after a 1.5. Overall feeling of wellness, which is very important. Before the insoles, a 2.5, after to a 1. So we're getting great results all around the block. So on that note, here we go.